Hello everyone. I am really excited about this video. I decided to record it instead of doing it live because sometimes I get distracted, and I've only done a few live videos, but I do get distracted, and I love connecting with everyone, but there's a lot of information in this that I want to share, that I've been very guided to share, and I've been compiling it over the last couple of weeks. And I know that I haven't put videos out. I put a meditation on my YouTube channel, which is very new and very, let's say basic, but at least I created it. So I've been savoring every moment of this beautiful awakening. I have been savoring the energies that are so much more available to us than ever. I've been utilizing this time to go so deeply within and doing all kinds of amazing things that have just blown me away. I have been crying a lot this week, and they're tears of joy, a little bit of tears of sorrow and pain, because you know, when you're surrendering and you're letting go and you're forgiving, especially when you're forgiving yourself. See, I'm getting teared up now. When you're forgiving yourself, it's really painful to face some of the things that you've done and to say that you know, you forgive yourself. So we're going to be talking about all kinds of cool topics. But I just want you all to know that I have been loving you. I have been sending you so much compassion and so much of my love, so much of my healing energy and light to all of you. You are always with me. You are always such an important part of who I am. We're all connected. And so please know that. I want to talk about, and I took notes this time because there's so many things that I want to talk about, but something with this, the COVID-19. You know, I realized that I was resistant in acknowledging, you know, this virus, because I didn't want to give it power. I didn't want to give it power over my life and over the world, because I knew that something was slowing the world down. Something had to be so serious, like a virus, to get the world's attention to slow it down. I mean, how else? Think about this. How the heck else could you shut Vegas down? Could you shut the Golden Gate Bridge down? How else would we be able to shut school systems down? To shut, I mean, corporations? Because this is such a time of an awakening, and it's so magnificent and so powerful. You're gonna hear me use that word magnificent a lot in this video. It had to be something to give all of us a break. We all needed to reset. We all needed to get off of that wheel of go and do and prove and have to have and blood, sweat, and tears. I mean, we had to get off of that. And it had to be long enough for us to really allow things to come up and to come out, for us to awaken, to realize. And a lot of us are still not there yet. That's totally cool. And again, this is a process of us waking up and realizing and remembering who and what we are. It's a process. And so I honor your process, because I know it isn't easy, but it's so worth it. If anything, this video, if I could pour my heart, and I will, into you and let you know that with all that I am, I promise you that we're going to be okay. I promise you that something so magnificent is happening behind the scenes of this COVID-19, of this virus, of this quarantine, of this shutdown, that is so beautiful and for the greatest good of all. And you, before you ever came here, planned to be part of it. We're all pioneers. All of us. I don't care if you were just born or if you're in your 90s. You chose to be here at this time, at the age that you are, where you are in your life, to experience everything that's going on. And it's a process. Because those of us that are afraid and scared, afraid of getting the disease, or the virus, the germs, you know, the germs. I mean, I know so many people are afraid, and a lot of people are talking about the fear. And yes, it's everywhere. But I want you to know, underneath of your fear, your ego is afraid. Your ego is trying to keep you stuck and safe. It's trying to keep you right where you are. It doesn't want you to move. It doesn't want you to evolve and grow. But your soul is saying, I've got you. We planned this. We chose to be here at this time. We, meaning your multidimensional, benevolent, magnificent, omniscient, all-knowing, omnipotent, all-powerful, omnipresent everywhere, soul in you, all parts of you, knew this was coming and knew this was going to happen. And so I feel like I need to say this. For those of you that are listening to this that do not resonate, maybe you've even already rolled your eyes or been like, okay, that I honor you and I love you. And for those of you who are leaning in, going, okay, I want to know a little bit more, or if it's resonating in some way, it's because your soul is saying, pay attention, listen. Not that I am trying to be a know-it-all. I dedicate my life to being that vessel, that channel, that open conduit of messages and insight and information. And it's the most amazing, wonderful thing to be. To be that vessel. So everything that I'm going through is not just for me, I promise you, it is for the greatest good of all of us. And so please know that I'm sharing with you what I've been experiencing and what I know to be so true that I would lay my life on the line for it. That what I'm sharing with you is coming from my heart. See, I'm getting teared up again. Integrity in me. And I care and I love you guys so much. I love humanity. I love Earth. And I'm crying again because it's just this love that's just pouring out of me. And it is so beautiful. We are one and we're so connected, and we came here at this time to unite. Believe it or not, with all the fear and being in the quarantine, you know, a lot of people are like, well, I miss my friends, I miss my family, I miss getting together, I miss being at, you know, being able to have cookouts and barbecues and all kinds of things. I'm gonna use my pajamas to wipe my eyes. But it hit me the other day, this whole quarantine thing, because again, like I said, I was resistant to accepting the disease, because any of you that know me well know that I don't give a lot of energy to germs. I don't give a lot of energy to diseases. And I've been very healthy my whole life, and my kids too, because I haven't integrated that into them. And if you have, it's because it was taught to you, and it's all good. There's no judgment at all whatsoever in this video. There's just love, I promise you, and compassion. So with that being said, you know, I knew that it was a way of the world slowing down. Mother Earth needs this break. Guys, nothing is more important than our beautiful planet getting this break and replenishing her beautiful energy and frequency, every part of her. Because your jobs, your homes, your houses, your kids, your relationships, whatever it is that you're frustrated or worried about, graduations and all of these important events that we get so attached to, without a healthy earth and without a healthy world, none of it matters, because it's going to affect us in ways that we absolutely don't want it to. So please know that this quarantine, this disease, yes, it has killed many people. And for any of you who have lost a loved one, or who have not been able to spend time with your loved ones who are in nursing homes or you know, hospitals, you know, I send my love and compassion to you, and I do it all day long and with much intention. I'm not downplaying your pain and your suffering at all. I would never do that. This is about us being united, loving those who are suffering, loving those who are afraid, loving those who are pissed off and mad, who are like, they feel like they're being controlled. You know, some of us feel like, oh, this is bullshit. You know, I want to go back to work. My life, my body, my life, you know, and I understand that, and I honor your feelings. However, those of you that are so willing to get back into the grind, that are so willing to jump back in, your ego is wanting to keep you busy, busy, busy. We will never go back to the way things were. I promise you. The new norm is the unknown. And the more you are able to be fluid in that, and by fluid I mean neutral, go with the flow. The more willing you are to be neutral and to go with the flow, the easier this whole experience is going to be on you. And it doesn't have to be painful. It doesn't have to be excruciating. You can get on board with your awakening. You can get on board with this beautiful opportunity or not. And the reason I want to share all of these amazing things with you is because when we're on board with it, we're not going to be so traumatized, or we're not going to feel so victimized or feel so controlled. We're going to say, whoa, wait a minute, you mean I had something to do with this? I had something before I ever came to this planet to do with everything that's happening? Yes, you did. You're amazing, magnificent. You are divine. We planned it. We are divine, beautiful beings who have these amazing bodies. And I've never felt more proud to be a human, ever. There was always a part of me, and I'm being very honest, excuse my sniffling, that thought being a human meant that I was being less than a divine being. Up until 2 weeks ago. God, I might start crying again. But when I realized all the parts of me that are so beautiful, here we go, inside of me, integrated into this body, with this heart, with this mind, with my willingness, I am so on board with this for the greatest good of all. I couldn't have loved myself more, and I couldn't have loved you all more. And I'm a very loving being anyways, but it has taken this, my love, my appreciation, my awareness of who and what I am to the millionth level. And there's so much beauty in it. And again, these are tears of joy. If anyone is watching this going, wow, I'm just being very vulnerable, I'm allowing myself to feel in front of all of you, because what's coming out of me is joy. What's coming out of me is appreciation, is awe of just who and what we are, and that we are going through such an amazing time, and we're doing it together. Some of us are going to feel like we're doing it apart. Others are going to be resistant, and that's okay. We need to love them anyways. We need to love them through their resistance and through their fear and their anger, because they're not ready to accept what is happening. And so I was just talking about the quarantine part. We needed to slow down. And the other day I was making breakfast and it just hit me, and I'm like, you know how you know something, but then when you really know it, like your body usually will jump or jolt, or you're going, oh my God, or like, holy shit, I know something. That happened to me about the quarantine. And I was like, oh my God, the quarantine, like, we were meant to be home. We were meant to not be around each other physically so that we could connect on such a deeper level, on a soul level, but that we also have this opportunity to not be distracted by our physical interactions, by our busy, go, do, those things. And there's nothing better than human contact and love, because we came here to love. That's why we have that's why we have hands, why we have lips, hearts, so that we can just love each other. But I got it. I was like, oh my God, I get it. Like, this quarantine is for us to be still, to be quiet, which I've been doing. I love the stillness and the quiet. Come on, wipe my nose. Excuse me. And I savor it. Again, it took me years to be able to slow down to do it. It took me years to accept that it was okay for me to slow down, to give myself the opportunity to feel everything, because I was, again, raised in the same conditions and beliefs that everybody else was. You got to prove yourself. You got to work, do. I felt guilty. I never finished a cup of coffee in the morning, ever. And I would never allow myself to take a little snooze or a little break or anything, because I felt guilty. I wasn't doing enough. Okay, that's way old. But again, where we are, what's going on, is getting us to be still, to be quiet. And again, there's going to be some of us kicking and screaming. I'm bored. Well, if you're bored, oh my gosh, there's a million things you can do to connect. And meditation is so important. And I know we've been hearing a lot of meditation. A lot of people have. Meditation is slowing down, is being still, is going within. And I'm going to share some words with you that I've been sharing with clients. And I know I've said it, I think, on another video that I did, that has changed my life, especially the day that I used it. It changed some of my clients' lives profoundly when they say it. It is God in me, divine in me, infinite source in me. It could be Christ in me, the universe in me, whatever your words are. Rise in me, awaken in me, and wake me up. Remind me of who I am and what I am and why I came here. That you can receive an instantaneous healing when you say that. Don't be surprised if your body doesn't shiver. Don't be surprised if you don't start bawling and crying, or if you just feel this surge of energy, because it happened for me and it's happened for some of my other clients. And if you don't feel anything at all and you say it, just keep saying it. And if you don't feel anything, it doesn't mean that nothing's happened. Some of us feel more than others do. Those words, honoring and acknowledging. So ways for us to slow down, to be with ourselves. There are so many things that are coming up for us to release and to let go of. Baggage. Old, outdated baggage. Beliefs, attachments that we have to things, attachments that we have to identities, that we cling to, that are so important to us, that we have become so attached to. This is who I am. I am this. I am that. I am this. And a lot of the attachments that we have to the identities that we've created are, our ego, they're sacred to the ego because we've worked so hard to create them. We've become so attached to our homes. We've become so attached to our things that we've accumulated, our money that we have or don't have. You know, the attachments to I have a lot or I don't have enough. Those are all attachments and identities that are not serving us anymore. And I know this is really foreign to hear, but this is a time to surrender. And even if you don't really know what I'm talking about, even to say things like, I'm willing to surrender my attachments, my emotional attachments to identities that I have held on to. I'm willing to release them with love. I'm willing to release my attachments to the things that I've accumulated in this life with love. It doesn't mean that you're going to lose your things. It doesn't mean that you're going to lose your jobs or your identity as a mother or a father or a healer or whatever you are doing, okay, our identities are attached to what we have done. This is a time for us to realize our true identity and who we are being. There's a big difference. And this is a time to realize it. And it's amazing. It's not scary. It's fun. It's beautiful. It makes me cry. I've been crying. Just the awareness, it just coming up, and I'm like, sweet Mother Mary of Jesus God. This is who I have always been. I played so small in my life. I settled. I didn't speak up. I took on these identities in my family because people expect me to be a certain way and to act a certain way and to talk a certain way. I'm not doing that anymore. I had a throat activation last night that will never allow me to do that. Me being on this platform, this video, and sharing wholeheartedly with you is a step in that direction of me being vulnerable, me being who I'm here to be. I'm releasing all identities to the healer, the mother, the best friend, the sister, the daughter, the everything. And that it's easier for me to do this because I've been working on this for years. So for those of you that are hearing this, and it may be your solar plexus, this spot right here, it might be tightening up. Your heart might be going, oh, like, what is she, like, this is weird. This is weird talk. It's not. But if that is just kind of freaking you out a little bit and you're going, what do you mean I have to give up? Why do I have to give anything up? I'll tell you why it's important to give it up. Because we are entering into a time that is never going to be the same. Our identities are not going to be the same. Our attachments are going to be shaken up. Things that we are attached to, our belongings, our monies, our things that we think are so important are going to be overshadowed by what really is important. Unity, connecting, love, compassion, peace. Helping one another, not just in our own neighborhoods, not just in our own families, not just in our own communities, not just in the United States, all over the world. And it's already happened, and it's beautiful. some of the YouTube live videos that I watch, you know, there are these beautiful people that are just so open and they're just pouring love out. It is so cool to see that there are people from all over the world sending their love, sending their light to everyone, to each other, all over the world. It's happened. It's happening. And those things are going to supersede our need to hit the grind. And I'm not saying that we don't need to make money. I'm not saying that we don't need to be responsible. I'm not saying all of that. But the thing that's going to become more important about responsibility is take responsibility in the energy that you're bringing to this planet. Take responsibility for the integrity of your character, the integrity of your heart, because the true integrity deep inside is beautiful, is loving, is compassionate, is so peaceful, unconditional, benevolent. And so that part of who you are is going to supersede anything else. And it might take some of you a long time to realize that, and the journey could be a little more painful if you resist it. That's all. I've resisted so many things in my life, and I've made it so much harder than I needed to, trust me. I was kicking and screaming, did not want to let go of my house, didn't want to let go of my belongings, didn't want to let go of things, and it hurt and it was painful, but my identity was so attached and wrapped up in that, and it was so not who I am. But I had to go through it. Some of us are going to go through things. Things are going to be changing. Okay, in the next 4 years, everything is going to be changing for the better. It might not seem like that on the surface. It might seem like, holy shit, what's going on? This is falling apart. That's falling apart. Oh my gosh. They're falling apart because it's time. Corruption is going to be exposed in our political systems, in our economic systems, sex, trafficking, all of our intentions. If there's corruption some way, somehow in us, our shadow sides, parts of us that some of us have been indulging in that shadow side. Anything that is not in order, that is not for our greatest good, is not in alignment with what and why we're here, is going to be exposed. So some of us, it might just be like, you know, the purging and the letting go, or facing pain, traumas, sadness, hurt inside. But on the bigger scheme, those who are intentionally using their power, their ego, their power to control, to harm, to hurt, to be selfless. So, I say selfish, no, the word self, me. Or power. That's going out. And so just know that moving forward, it's going to be happening. Our money systems are going to be changing. How do I know this? Because I have been asking. I have been receiving guidance. I have been doing my homework. And I know it. I've known that it's been coming. And now it's even more clear to me. So things are going to be shifting and changing for the better. And again, the more willing you are, imagine if you want to be on a journey and you have a raft. And on that raft, you want to take all of your belongings that are so important to you. And we all have them, trust me. But they slow us down because they're heavy and they're awkward to carry. And we want to go with the flow. We want to be able to go through the rapids easier. And we want to be able to just sail down, go with the flow of the river or of the water, whatever. Okay, you're in a raft, you're going to be in some water. Maybe you're in the ocean. But in order for you to be able to sail, to go with the flow, and to not be bombarded or unbalanced, we're going to need to let go of things. We're going to need to let go so that we can make it smoother going forward. Letting go of your past. You are not your past. You are not your past. You are not who you were 5 days ago. You're not who you were yesterday. I promise you. There are so many downloads that are going on. There are so many upgrades that are happening in your sleep during the day. How many of you are exhausted and tired, even with getting all this extra sleep from being on quarantine? You're tired, you're exhausted, maybe your bones ache, maybe you're nauseous, maybe your head hurts, maybe your joints ache, because you are being upgraded. Your body is being upgraded to higher frequencies. We are leaving the third dimension. We are in the third dimension. This body, this being is in the 3D, but we are in the fifth dimension. We've made that jump. It's already happened. That's what all this is about. The 5D, where everything is simultaneous. Everything is vibrating at such a high frequency. A high frequency is awesome, but not when you're trying to take your fear with you and your belongings with you and your past with you and your identities with you. It's going to hold you back. You're not going to be able to sustain the frequency of this beautiful, amazing, powerful fifth dimensional frequency and energy when you're trying to carry. Well, hold on, let me bring the. Trust me, I've learned it. I learned it the hard way. I tried to do it and I learned it the hard way. And even the other identities that I've had and attachments have blown up in my face. And I've had to sit with them and cry with them and feel them. So moving forward, this is the time for us to release our past, to release the things that are not important. If that means literally going in through your house and your home and clearing things that you are so attached to, because this is the beauty of it. And I'm not telling you to get rid of your family heirlooms. I'm not telling you to throw away things that are precious to you. I'm just saying the things as we are moving forward that we've become so attached to will always remain inside of us. They're treasures. And even though they don't exist, believe me, I lost a lot of my belongings that were very sacred to me. And I had to learn the hard way that they're still in me. The sacredness, the things that I loved about those things that I had were because they were given to me by certain people, because they reminded me of somebody that I love, or they were something I bought with my own money that I worked really hard for, blah, blah, blah. All of that, nothing can take that away. You can take it with you here, but you can drop it. Take the sweetness of your past and it remains inside. Drop the traumas, drop the blame. Forgive yourself, love yourself. We're going to talk about loving yourself, but forgive yourself and forgive others. That is something that is a very touchy subject for many people, is forgiveness, because the ego is going, oh hell to the no, I'm not ready. That person doesn't deserve to be forgiven. They treated me like shit. They abused me. They beat me. They hurt me. They lied to me. They cheated on me. They stole from me. They victimized me. That feeling, and that, I honor that. It happened. Excuse me, I need to wipe my nose again. Sorry. I honor that it happened, and I honor your pain in going through it. However, being victimized by our world, being victimized by this external world around us and those that are in it, that we've got to forgive and move on. That is baggage that we are trying to carry. It is not going to come with you easily. And if you are not on board and willing to say, okay, I'm going to forgive because it's for my greatest good. I'm going to forgive and say that I forgive you for forsaking your light in my presence. Meaning, I forgive you for forgetting who you were, forgetting our sacred contract. I forgive you for forgetting who you were in my presence. And I forgive myself, because there are times that we allowed ourselves to be victimized. We allowed ourselves to stay in relationships we shouldn't have, or we allowed ourselves to entertain beliefs about ourselves, or to believe that we were not worthy or deserving, and all of those things that we were willing to do. Forgive yourself for that, because you didn't know who you were. You forgot. When we come into this world, we have a veil. The veil. It's almost like coming in and just, amnesia. It is. It's a form of amnesia. But the cool thing about the veil is, in this life, that baby is thinned out. And for some of us, it's up. We are able to see so clearly who and what we are. We're able to discern and see through things and not take it personal. We are able to do that. And the more that we say, I forgive you, I forgive myself, the more that you do that, the less baggage you're carrying with you into this beautiful new dimension. You're already here. You made it. You're in it. You're here. Whether you know anything about the fifth dimension and what I'm talking about, I'll do some videos on that in the future, but you've arrived. You've made it through 2 huge, energetic, huge shifts. You're here, and you chose to be here. Don't waste this opportunity. You are so freaking beautiful and amazing and powerful. You are so powerful. If you are intentional in surrendering, letting go, and you can even say, I surrender right here and right now. I surrender anything and everything that is no longer serving my greatest good. And so it is. You might not know what those things are. You don't have to know, but if your intention is to be free of the baggage, is to be free of the old outdated beliefs, the old paradigms, the old attachments. I mean, maybe you're holding on to an identity that you're ashamed of, or an identity that you're embarrassed of, or an identity that was given to you, that you've been carrying with you that has never served you. Drop it. Like it's hot. Seriously, get rid of that stuff. Cut that shit right out of your life. Let it go. Now, I'm one of those that likes to go in, and I can scan and I can see, and it's like I'm taking a fine-tooth comb and I'm going through going, okay, who did I forget to forgive? Where is there something in me? Because I want to be the clearest vessel that I can be. When you first start doing this and surrendering and letting go, do it in layers. Do it in the morning, maybe do it at night before you go to bed. I let go, I release, I surrender right here and right now. Anything else that is no longer serving my greatest good, and so it is. And just be excited. Put your hands on your heart. Be excited that you're on board with your awakening, your own awakening. All of us are going through it, but we're individually going through it. Be excited that you're on board. Be excited that you are taking your power back. You're dropping those old identities. And maybe you don't know what all those identities are. You can say, right here, right now, I proclaim the divine in me, God in me, infinite source in me proclaims right here, right now, that I am dropping my attachments, my emotional attachments, my physical attachments to any identities that no longer serve my greatest good. And so it is. God, that feels good. And I've been saying that like all the time. But just even saying it now, there's identities that just left me that I didn't even see with my fine-tooth comb. So your willingness to do that, and if there's someone that you can't forgive, if there's someone that you just can't go there yet, that's okay. It's okay. You'll get there. But your resistance in surrendering, your resistance in not being willing to let go will catch up to you. But when we're on board, it makes it a lot easier. That's my point. I want to help you be on board. I want to help you be in control. Take your power back. You are so divine. You are so multi-dimensional. And by me saying multi-dimensional, I shared a video from April Elizabeth, or Elizabeth April. I get them back and forth, about multi-dimensionality. And I couldn't have said it better myself, so I shared what she put on my Total Soul Connection page. We are multidimensional, but it's a video about how to become multidimensional, how to get on board with that. You come from many, many, many different direct dimensions inside your being. Ancient, old, you are old souls. Some of you have been here over and over and over again. Some of you have come from many different dimensions, galaxies, cosmos, you name it, universes. I mean, trust me, and I know that for some of you this might sound really weird, but this is part of the new awareness that's going to be given to us. It's not weird. Trust me. I know because I've been experiencing it. And it's amazing. It's exciting. Oh my God, it's exciting. Our galactic family, our galactic counterparts is how they were shown to me and given to me. And I kept hearing cosmic integration during energy healing treatments, and seeing these beautiful planets and seeing how connected we all are has been coming to me for months. Now I know why. Because we are all connected. Whether you believe it or not, it's true. And take it or leave it. But keep your eyes to the skies. Keep your eyes to the skies. Help is coming. Help is in us. It's waking us up. It's waking up our DNA. We're getting downloads. We're getting these light code integrations. We're waking up and realizing that's so amazing and cool. And I promise you that when they start showing up, showing themselves, they've been here way before we as humans ever were. We've been here so many times, but they, our galactic family, are coming. They will be showing themselves more and more. Do not be afraid of them. They're here to help us. They love us. We are family. I said that like I was an alien, like that whole nanu thing. I'm not making light of it because it's cool. Keep your eyes to the skies. Don't be afraid. Okay, so that's a whole nother video itself. Anyways, through this time, the forgive, the release, letting go of the baggage. Relationships. There are going to be relationships during this time that they, most likely before this happened, they already started to shift. Maybe you're distancing yourself from someone, or your identities and connections are changing. It doesn't mean that you don't still love them or you're going to be connected. It just means the dynamics of your relationship are going to be different, because you are going to be different. All of us. And trying to hold on to that identity, to those relationships, isn't gonna work. So that's another thing. It's okay to love someone from afar. It's so okay to love someone that's in a different world than you are. And maybe when you're around them, you're not resonating with them, or when you're talking to them or connecting with them, it just doesn't feel the same. It's okay. Your love and your connection, our divine contracts are so divine. I mean, we love each other so much. Trust the process and allow yourself. It's okay. The more that you're allowing yourself to let go, more people are going to come into your life that are in the same vibrational frequency that you are, that you resonate with and you vibe with. Just know that. That's another one too. Okay, so I talked about us being pioneers. You know, I want to take time too, because I keep seeing the healthcare workers and all of those of you who have been working your butts off. You chose to be the badasses on the front lines, right here, right now. You chose, way before you came here, to be the ones running the tests, to be the ones in the tents, to be the ones in the hospitals, to be the ones driving our food and our supplies, the ones that are working in the stores. You chose to be those badasses on the front line, and I thank you. I thank you. And please know, even though you haven't had as much time to slow down, that you are waking up just like the rest of us are, but you're doing it a little differently. So in between working, rest, sleep, eat healthy, things that are good for you. Do whatever you want. Enjoy who you are. Just be. What makes you happy? Do that. But you can still ask the questions. God in me, divine in me, spirit in me, infinite, source in me. What do you want me to know? Show me. So all of you that have been working, all of you that have been busting your butts, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are so honored and so cherished. Not just by me, but by everyone. I know, by everyone around this world. So thank you. So another thing that's coming in are our guides and our angels. Those of you that have worked with me, that know me, know how connected I am to my guides and angels, how important they've become in my life. I can't imagine my life now without them. But again, you don't need them. And I mean this with the utmost respect and honor of who and what they are. You are divine in you. Everything you need is in you. You are fully equipped. We came here completely equipped beyond what we could ever imagine. Beyond what you could ever imagine. Our guides are here to assist us, to love us, to nurture us, to help us stay on the path that we've chosen. Because we chose these paths. We chose these contracts. Every person in your life, whether it's a stranger, whether it's a relative, whether it's a loved one, whether it's a best friend, a brother, a sister, an aunt, an uncle, our parents. We chose them, and they come from divinity. We've had many lifetimes together. We play roles in each other's lives to grow and to evolve. I promise you that. And sometimes the roles that have been chosen are roles that are painful to us in our life. They're painful to others. But I promise you, at the end of your life, when we have our life review, when the veil is completely lifted and we go home, well, this is home, but when we're no longer in this human body with the ego and the veil, you're going to say, oh my God, I love you so much, and you were such an asshole in my life. My God, did I want to kick your ass. Oh my God, did I want to like throat punch you. Trust me, I know. But behind all of that, all of the, you know, and the and everything else, they're playing the part that they chose, that they agreed to play in your life. Just like you did too. There are times in your life where you weren't very nice, where you weren't very patient, or maybe you weren't very kind, or you weren't compassionate. Maybe there were things that you said and did that you so regret and wish you would not have done. You were contracted to do it for their evolution, for their growth. That's a huge one, and that really can allow you to forgive. I promise you, that's a huge one too. Lots of information in this. I'm telling you, I'm so excited about all this. So let's see. We're being downloaded, we're being upgraded. Oh my gosh, your dreams, my dreams have been phenomenal. Oh my gosh, I call them live dreams, where I'm not really asleep. Sometimes I am, but most of it I'm in this in-between world, and I'm awake and I'm being worked on, or I'm working with others. Oh my God, it's amazing. So your dreams are very symbolic. If you don't understand what they mean, as soon as you wake up, ask, what was that about? Write them down. Write the symbols down, or things that just stood out to you, okay? Because they're very symbolic, and our dreams are going to be really cool. There are frequencies. This is something else that's so important for the next 2 weeks, okay? During this quarantine and during this time, energies, frequencies, our abilities, our psychic abilities, our abilities to know things, our abilities to discern, to see, to know, are heightened right now, big time. The energies of our being, our highest selves, our the dimensions, our connections, our family of who and what we are, that we've integrated in this life as Heidi, as each and every one of you. Oh my God, you're so amazing. You have no idea, and I want you to realize it. But anyways, I kind of lost what I was talking about. Anyways, here we are. We're divine. We're amazing. At this time, what's available to us? There are these frequencies. There are these opportunities that for the next 2 weeks are going to be available to us in ways that they never have been or will be ever again. Savor them. It's like eating your favorite thing that you love to eat, and you would just eat it so slowly and just rub it on your face, and just, I mean, you savor the sweetness, the richness, the decadence. Savor this time. Do not rush it away. Don't wish it away. Accept that this is happening, and it's greater than you could ever imagine. Let go of your grip on trying to get back into the norm and trying to get back into the grind. Allow yourself to be on vacation. You don't have to do anything, just be. Allow yourself to be integrated. Allow your body to be upgraded, downloaded, to be resting, so that it can wake up to all the amazing things that are happening. Allow yourself to feel the things that are coming up. If there's anger, if there's resentment, if there's sadness, if there's frustration, this is a time to purge, but not to project it. Don't project it onto anyone. And something else, there are people that are scared. A lot of stuff is coming up for them, and they don't know any other way than to project it. And anytime we project our anger, our frustration, our resentment, our hate, our whatever you want to call it, onto others, it's this cycle of yuckiness, because you project it onto them, they take it, they hold on to it, and they add all their stuff to it, and they're going to send it right back to you magnified. That is old news. Stop doing that. Stop doing that to yourself. That's about taking responsibility for the energy that you bring to this planet. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about, being responsible. Wait a second, instead of me projecting this and saying this or hurting them by saying something that has nothing to do with them and everything to do with my stuff, feel it. Seclude yourself. Don't let your pets be around when you do it, because our pets are so connected to us. They love us. They will hold this space for us, but they also take on our pain. So do it to where you're secluded. and just allow yourself to feel whatever is coming up. Go into the depth of it. You won't die from it. It's not going to kill you. It might hurt. It might be uncomfortable. You're not going to like it, but at least you're going to allow yourself to just feel it. Go into the depth of it. And then you're going to start to see and feel yourself in ways that you could not imagine. You're going to see younger versions of yourself where that pain started. You're going to see experiences, opportunities. You might feel them or know them or just have an idea of them. Love those parts of you. Love those parts of you. Hold that young version of you into your heart and tell them this will never happen again. Never again. You are safe. I love you. It's okay. Tell that young version of you, or that 25-year-old version of you, or that 35-year-old version, however old you are, what they need to hear, because you know that was you. And you're not your past, but those parts of us that are still hurting need to be expressed lovingly. Allow yourself to feel it, and I'm telling you, it's a process, and when it comes up, it hurts, it's uncomfortable, but when it comes up and out, it goes back to love. It literally will go back to love. It's cool. Trust me. I've done it. You don't have to trust me, but I've done it many times, and I still will continue to. So I want to give you some tips, because this is going on 46 minutes. I knew it was going to be about an hour. So what I want to do is there's 10 tips that I have, and I could give like 500, but these are just tips. Take them or leave them. I am not trying to impose my beliefs on you. I'm not trying to force anything on you. I'm trying to help you through this. I'm trying to I am offering what I have learned through this. And I haven't gone into all the crevices of it, because there's so much. And believe me, it is wonderful. It is amazing. There is so much here for us. Look beyond what seems to be the reality. Ask to be shown what is going on behind the scenes. Ask to be shown what really matters. Where you're supposed to be putting your focus. Where are you supposed to be putting your intention? Everything will change when you do that. I promise you. God, I have so much love for all of you. So, okay. Tip number 1, and this is just something that I have been doing that is going to help you if you want to be on board with your own awakening, with the coolness that's going on. The next 2 weeks of and this energy is only going to continue to grow and be amazing, but 2 weeks of juicy, awesome, amazing, divine energies are here. Please, 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 please don't waste them. Savor them, roll in them, sleep in them, eat in them. Love them. Okay. Be intentional with your answered prayers and your visions for a new world, new earth, well-being, peace, and harmony for all of humanity. So again, something that you can do with your family, something that you can do with your kids. My kids, hey, I always remind them, you chose me. Remember, you chose me to be your mom at this time in your life to wake you guys up and to remind you of who you are. So I always tell them, take it or leave it. But when you know things and they're so beautiful and important, you don't want to see anybody you know suffer. So this is a wonderful opportunity for you and your kiddos, for you by yourself, for you and your loved one. Bring your puppies in, your animals in, your loved ones in, okay? Is be intentional with your answered prayer. So there are a lot of people that are suffering. There are a lot of people that are scared. There are a lot of people that are hungry, that are going without. There are families that are separated. And I'm talking about all over this world. This is not just about the United States. This is not just about what's best serving our country and our personal lives. We are multidimensional. We are all related. I know this with all that I am. And I want you to know it. This is a time for us to drop our freaking swords and quit putting them up to people's throats. Drop a need to be so defensive and to look for reasons to be offended. If you stop looking for reasons to be offended, your whole life will change. Holy shit, let me tell you. That was a big one for me, okay? But again, this is a time for us to connect. So use the power of your imagination Your imagination is real. It is a gift. It is a tool to use for the greatest good of all. The answered prayer for all the suffering, all the families that are separated, all the people that are going through really painful, excruciating experiences all over the world. And it could be in countries and places that we're not aware of. Use the power of your imagination to just visualize a beautiful world, a world that we are all helping each other out in, a world that is peaceful, skies that are clean and clear, air that is pure, that is healthy to breathe, a beautiful earth, Mother Earth, Gaia. The spirit of Mother Earth is Gaia. She's beautiful. She is so loving and amazing, and she finally got a break, and she still needs the break that's happening. She still needs it. She's breathing. She's shifting and changing, and her resources. So you want to see a peaceful world. You want to see us getting along. You want to see us helping each other out. You want to see pristine oceans, rivers, streams. When you see, we look around and you see all this stuff, all these plastic bottles and all this other stuff and crap. Visualize and see that it's gone, and that it's cleaned out, and it's gone in the most healthy, pollution-free way. Visualize it. Use your power. Be creative. You are creators, masters. And just see that Mother Earth is clean, that the waters are pristine, that the animals can breathe, that the coral reefs are growing back, that the trees are growing, more and more trees are planted, that her resources, Mother Earth's resources, are replenished. All of them. See that we are helping each other out all over the world. Visualize and see that our economy is just booming for the greatest good of all, that our political system is working so finely tuned for the greatest good of all, that we are not here to hate each other. We're here to unite. So allow yourself to see all of us uniting all over the world, maybe you visualize just going all over the world, being able to travel, or just see yourself walking around, but just use this opportunity to visualize beautiful things happening to humanity and Mother Earth and beyond, and beyond. This is something that I've been seeing, is that when our beautiful galactic counterparts, our families, begin to show up, they're in us, they live in us, they're a part of us, but they're also going to be showing up. We have family members, they are part of our guides, they're part of our beloved angelic, they're angelic, they are super, super high vibrational. When they start showing up, see that we are all working together for the greatest good of all. See that we're not afraid. See that we welcome them. See that they are here to awaken our technology, to awaken our beings, to remind us of who we are, to love, okay? That's so powerful and important. And if you and your kiddos can do it in the morning and at night, amazing. The answered prayer is visualizing and seeing. If you know someone whose family is going through a hard time, see that they are loved, that they are just wrapped in love. That's the answered prayer. And thank you. Thank you. If your heart is hurting because you know people are suffering, see that they are not suffering. See that all the children who have been taken from their families are united. See that all of the pain and suffering is gone. See that any child that is being used in ways that we don't even like to think about are free. That will never happen to them again. You are so powerful, and I'm telling you, the consciousness of humanity needs you to do this. You are powerful. Do it, please, and do it often. And teach your children how to do it. Talk to them. Teach them how to do it. Share it with your friends. Have a Zoom where you're like, let's be intentional. Let's get together and let's love. Let's just sit there together and just visualize and imagine. Talk about it. If you can't, if it's hard for you to visualize, write it down. Journal it. Draw pictures. Draw pictures of a beautiful Earth. Draw pictures of all of us getting along. Maybe there's spaceships, and maybe there's, angels flying around, and we're all just loving each other, getting along. Just see that people are connecting all around the world. See that resources are available to us. Technologies are available. They're already here that are for the greatest good. And it's so exciting because they're going to be disclosed and shown to us. Okay. I'm going to speed this up a little. Meditate. Meditate. Be still. Be quiet. When you're on your walk, turn your earpods off. Turn your music off. Be still and listen. Ask for guidance. Ask to be shown what it is that you need to know, what's most important. And listen. Listen to what you might hear. You might hear it in your head. It might be super clear. Pay attention to the symbols that you see or signs. Open your eyes and see nature showing you. Nature is all parted to the divine, or connected to the divine in us. You're going to see really cool things happening. And nature right now is the best medicine for us. And I know a lot of my clients are feeling that because they're saying that it's just so sweet, sweeter than ever, and it is. Get your butts out in nature. Okay, so meditation, be still. Be willing to have conversations. Be willing to go within and ask for your greatest good, to surrender, to let go, to release, and call your guides and angels. They will show you by them surrounding you and loving you that you are not alone. Okay, you don't have to be alone. You're not ever alone. And let them help you through the letting go, the forgiving, and all of that. 3, pay close attention to nature. Okay, so when you're asking for guidance, what do you want me to know? Pay attention to the signs, symbols, numbers that you keep seeing, words that keep showing up, birds that you keep seeing. There's synchronicities. Synchronicities to me are divine coincidences. And the more that you focus on asking for signs, ask from your guides, ask from your angels. Things that I've talked about today that you might be going, I can feel a connection there, but I don't really understand. Ask. Ask to be shown, and then pay attention. You have to quiet yourself down and slow yourself down. Stop distracting yourself with TV and things like that, the radio. You know, music is amazing and awesome, and I love it. But stop distracting yourself and allow yourself to see the signs, okay? They're everywhere. And especially the next 2 weeks, they're everywhere. That was a creepy look. No news. Okay. The news. The news is full of fear. It is full of controlling the masses. It is full of wanting to keep people where it needs to be, where it wants them to be. Okay. Now there are amazing newscasters out there that are dedicated and devoted to giving information. I honor you. I love you. I know a couple and they're amazing personally. And this is nothing against the work that you do. However, listen to the things that aren't going to get you pulled into that fear. Don't listen to the statistics if they're making you sad or sick. Don't listen to the arguments. Stop listening to those arguments. They're not doing you any good. Let your body tell you. When you start to feel tight and you start to feel that, turn it off. Whether that's the radio, whether it's a movie you're watching, whether it's a conversation you're having, or the news. If you're going to watch TV and the news, watch 5 minutes. Watch the weather. Watch the weather. Cool. Or watch, the parts of it that make you laugh, that bring you joy, but not the parts that scare you. Okay? Please. For your greatest good, be very conscious of what you are putting into this. Okay? These are just tips that I'm offering. Surrender, let go, feel, super important. The things that you're pushing down, the things that you've been distracting yourself by being so busy and not wanting to, slow down to feel, this is a time to do it. Allow it, feel it. If you need help doing it, I specialize in it. I specialize in all of this. If there's anything in this video that resonates that you don't know how to do and you want to do it, I can help you. This is what I do, and it's how I serve. Well, it's not what I do, this is what I be. And I'm really capable of helping you through it all. With love. Do less, be more. Slow your butts down. Slow down. You don't have to do anything. You are so magnificent, and you deserve everything that this beautiful universe and world has to offer you. Slow down and be. Be who you are. Be the things, the feelings, love, compassion, patience, funny, all the things. Just be that. You don't have to be anything else. We need you to just be who you are not all wound up, not cranked up tightly. No. And that, I'm telling you, you can continue to take that into the future and into the now. It's not going to work out well. I'm not trying to say that to scare you. I'm just letting you know from personal experience and from what I know that is coming through. It's not going to work out for you, so you might as well get on board. I'm at an hour. Okay. Be aware, of your expectations. Be aware. If going back into things, if your expectations are, oh my gosh, it's going to be hectic, it's going to be busier than ever, it's going to be crazy, it's going to be, whatever. You are the creator of your life. What and how do you want the world to be? What world do you want to step back into? How do you want to be in your life? See it, expect it, know it, create it. Create the environment that you want to be in. You are not a victim of this world. You are the creator of it. Take responsibility for your thoughts, take responsibility for your expectations, for your choices, and you will see such a difference. Even if you own up to the victimization that's been happening. I chose to be in that relationship. Not only did I choose it, I chose to stay. I chose, it gives you your power back. And you don't feel so victimized. So take responsibility for your energy that you're bringing here and really use the power of your intention, the power of your expectations, the power of your thoughts to create a freaking awesome world. Okay. That's number 7. Yeah. Number 8, be very open-minded. Oh yes. The more open-minded you are, the more you are open to the unknown, the better. I promise you that. Be open-minded. The next 4 years are going to be a wild, wonderful adventure and a wonderful ride. If you think that what we're going through now is ridiculous or crazy or tough or whatever, your perception of it has everything to do with how you're going to ride it out. So be open-minded, be fluid, go with the flow. Don't be so attached to the good, the bad, the right, the wrong. Be neutral, be in the middle. Enjoy it. Enjoy this ride. You chose to be here. And it's going to all come out for the greatest good of all. I promise you that. I promise you that. But just don't be so resistant. Quit digging your heels in. Pull them up out of the dirt. It's like getting on that bull and riding that sucker. Maybe it's a bull in a bar. Have fun. Have fun with it. Be lighthearted. Number 9. Take the path of least resistance. Go with the unknown. See, they're just kind of all flowing within each other. Again, take the path of least resistance. Take the path of least resistance. What is going to be easiest? And guess what? Your guides and your angels, your galactic family, all parts of you that are here guiding you, this is where they are very helpful. They will show you the path of least resistance. And when you are not resisting, you are vibrationally aligning with your highest self. You're aligning with the divinity in you. You're aligning with the part of you that is so on board, that is a wide awake, that is excited about this whole opportunity. Okay? I promise that's going to help too. I say I promise a lot because I'm just so certain, a conviction that I have. Love, 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 love who you are. Number 10, love who you are. Now, it's one thing to love yourself, okay, as a human. Take care of your body. Love your body. Pay attention to it. Everything that this body has been through, thank it for all of it. And I'm telling you, something that I've been doing that's been super helpful, and I've never had more energy, and I'm drinking, yes, I have my watered down Rutter's decaf that I love. I've never had more energy, but I've been doing my own activations with intention, going in and just blessing every energy center in the body. You don't even need to know what they are. Blessing the cells, bless the organs, bless your bones, bless your blood, bless your muscles, your tissues, every cell, bless your brain, your eyeballs. I'm very thorough, so it takes me 3 hours sometimes, but it's fun, and your body will go zzz, 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 like you're activating. You have the power in you to heal yourself. You have the power in you, everything in you, to align to heal yourself, to be in coherence, to be in harmony, to be in balance. Everything is in you. Allow it. Don't try to do it. I mean, there's a difference when you're intentional. You're saying, divine in me, spirit in me, God in me is in charge of this beautiful vessel. And I'm going to bless every part of it. I'm going to bless it all, and I'm going to be thankful for every part of it. Love your body and love who you are. The more that you realize who you are and what you are, it is going to be so easy to love yourself. That's where a lot of my tears came from this week, is going, I just can't believe who I am. I had no idea. I love me so much because I know who I am. How could I not love me? How do you not love benevolent beingness? How do you not love God? How do you not love the divine? How do you not love absolute peace and harmony? How can you not love it? That is who you are. And stop casing. Oh, stop. Okay, this is a part of the self-love. Stop caring what other people think about you. That is another surrender. Drop the baggage. Cut that shit out of your life. Stop caring what other people think about you. You will be liberated and free. And that is one of the biggest awakenings for me too. Because I've always been a people pleaser. I've always worried about what other people thought. I always wanted people to accept me and love me and all that crap. Stop caring what other people think. Everyone is on their own journey. We are divine. We have divine contracts, whether we realize it or not, or it's going to take us, once we go have our physical death and we have our life review, then we get to see it all and go, oh, it's okay. You don't put too much pressure on yourself, but stop caring what other people think. Be you. Amazing, authentic you. Silly you, funny you, creative you. Be creative. Enjoy. Okay, I love you all so much, and I thank you for watching this video if you have made it this far. If you have questions, please reach out to me. You can message me on Facebook. If you're ready to really awaken and step in and move forward, to get on board with your awakening, I can help you. And I'm excited and eager, and I'm going to be creating platforms. Right now, I'm not in the mode of updating my website right now. I'm not in the mode of doing all of that because I'm still savoring. I'm still just being and allowing. And I am working with clients online, and I can do that. We can get together on Zoom and I can give you a distant healing session. They are extremely powerful, more than ever, because I'm upgraded. Excuse me. I love you. I honor each and every one of you. I am sending love to each and every one of you and holding space for you, for your evolution, for your awakening, for your awareness to grow and to expand. You are all amazing. Please know that whether you believe it or not, whether you're capable of feeling it or understanding it, you are so loved. You are so cared for. There are so many amazing beings that are supporting you and loving you that you cannot see. And they love you so much. And there are more and more that are showing up in your life as your friends, new friends. And allow yourself to just be. You don't have to do anything. You deserve the very best of the best. And I love you. Thank you so much. Bye.